Alien, say something.
Unless... It's working now! I don't understand why. Doesn't make any logical sense to me. Yeah, I don't know why it just suddenly started working. I really don't. But it works, so that's good. Okay, cool. So, we're back at where we were before you had exited the stream, which is pretty simple. I have it mapped so that way it's listening to the letter that is on the screen. So if I press any button, it doesn't work, but if I press the specific letters that correlate with player 1 and player 2, then we see the tugging. So I just need to, at this point, create an event on... Well, I'll just show you. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Where is... Okay, cool. So, first thing is to add an area to this. Why are we adding an area? So that way we're able to detect collision. The area is going to throw a little caution sign saying, hey, I need a collision detector. And it's like, all right, I got you. No problem. Collision shape. Collision shape is going to be very simple. The shape we're going to choose is, of course, a square or a rectangle. I guess a square is a rectangle. That has always confused me. But anyway. Okay. So there's that. And then we're going to replicate the same thing with this one area. And area and collision shape. Okay. Collision shape. Collision shape? Oh, I didn't define you. I was like, why are you giving me an error? I didn't define you. Okay. Easy peasy. Why are you not doing lemon greasy? I said easy peasy lemon greasy. Oh, because I was not holding Alt when I was adjusting this to make it like uniform on all sides. So that's my fault. That shouldn't be an overly generous line. Okay. I am distracted though. Thursday night is maintenance night for. Okay, yeah. Well, and that's totally fine. And the fact that you're here, I just want to say I greatly appreciate. You can have me on in the back. Your music is a bit loud over you. Great feedback, and no, even though you're busy, I appreciate that. Let's adjust it, shall we? Calm you the fuck down. And decrease this. That should be better. Okay. Again, thank you for the feedback. And if I'm on in the background, that's great. There's so many streamers I watch that I just have on in the background because I just want to support whatever the hell they got going on. And you're doing the same for me, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, of course. No problem. So cool. Again, I greatly appreciate it. We have the area attached to both of these. So now all we need is collision detection. How are we going to do collision detection? Well, pretty simple. We have the code attached to the overall level. It's not attached to any particular entity here. So what we're going to do is, within the process function that runs every frame, we are going to listen, or maybe we shouldn't do it every frame. Let's do it the simpler way. I'm going to take this area, 2D. I'm going to go into the collision, or is it the area? It's one of these. Why does this look weird? Anyway, that's me probably overthinking it. I just made a connection with hacking, and that distracted me. This is, we are listening for collision detection. So, ooh, you're touching me, is what we're really establishing here. But it just needs to be simple. We don't need it to be overly complicated, but we do need to listen for a body. Body, yada, 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 yada. So, and specifically when the body entered, we don't care when it exited. It's gonna ask us to connect it to the script. The only script that exists on the level is this, which I should just call tug of war level template. And I say template because we're probably just gonna replicate this for other words down the line. I just came back from the gym and did not have the opportunity to eat, so I will put this on periodic mute so you don't hear me chewing. Okay. This is not the sauce I asked for. Okay. So now we have the area. Ooh, so this is a mistake right here, and I'll describe why it's a mistake. Right here, I did create the appropriate, I am using the appropriate signal. However, this isn't particularly descriptive. So what I'm gonna do is go back to the node that we have that is emitting the signal. I'm gonna disconnect it. because it's not descriptive enough. And the reason that we need it to be descriptive is because we have two sides. There's another function, physics function, whatever your rate and set to the project file. Yes, but I don't know if this is utilizing physics per se. I don't think that there's necessarily an issue with using physics or the process function. I may be wrong in that. You know what? Just for shits and giggles, we might as well give it a shot. Well, it won't run into physics function, would it? Either way, let's give it a shot. Let's see. If anything, I learn when or when not to use the physics function. So that's important. You could use one signal and set the parameter, which is 1. You could use one signal and set the parameter, which is 1. Well, the reason we want to utilize, or at least my thinking is, right? We want to utilize 2 signals is because I want to be able to also, what I'll eventually do, I haven't hooked it up yet, but I'll create a score. Just because my kiddo likes to say, like, I won. Like, I want her and our kids in general to be able to win the tug of war. I mean, of course you can just win that one letter. Now you're giving me more ideas. Leaf episode, which is such a awesome name. Is that in reference to an anime by chance? Leaf episode? Is that? I don't. That's such a unique name. Everyone has Leaf episode. Like everyone has such great names. Here I am, just J Jupiter. Randomly generated. Pretty solid for randomly generated. I'll say that. Oh. Sorry, I bit my tongue. Pretty solid for randomly generated. Anyway. So yeah, I mean, we could have used this one signal, but I want to be able to keep a score of like, oh, this player got 1 point, this player got 2 points, and this is going to be best of 3. I'll do the programming for that later. It's not going to take long. I guess I should begin with the end in mind. I hear my fucking teachers yelling at me in my head. Signal winner, string, score, plus equals 1. Yep. Is what I'm thinking. Yeah. It's very similar ideology. Is we'll see. You'll see. And then if you disagree with it, feel free. I love this. One of the things I love Leaf episode, as well as and Noel, I know I'm on in the background, is like the collaborative experience of programming. Like I'm not such a great programmer that I can just immediately dismiss your guys' code. You guys offer code, and I'm like, well, maybe that works. That's why we're gonna attempt to run it in the physics function, and I will keep this in mind. So what I'm gonna do right now is take your comment. I'm gonna put it in our script, and I'm just gonna comment it out for the time being, because I think this is what we'll put in here. Now I don't know. I know winner, and then the winner is a string, and then the score is plus equal to 1, and then we'll just create player 1 and player 2 score, and then base it off of that. So yeah, very similar line of thought. Where am I? Sorry, I got. It's so weird going in and out of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like zooming in and anyway. So where was I? Yes, the player 1 thing was not descriptive enough. I wanted it to be descriptive. And the reason I wanted it to be descriptive is because we have 2 different sides that are going to keep 2 different scores. Area. And then we're using body yada 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 yada. And then this is going to be player 1, right? Okay, yep. Player 1 underscore. Oh, underscore is already there. Don't need to do that. And then connect. Where are you? Oh, way under. Okay. And then I guess, I don't know. Sorry. Let's just quickly test this. Print P1 score. The reason I said I don't know is I'm curious if this will just if I have to put it in a process or physics function. I don't know. I hate that it keeps going to the screen. No? That's odd. I didn't put it on the other one, right? No. Why? Do I need to specify? Oh, it's listening for a body. Is what the rope a body? I don't think it is. So that's me being silly. I should have checked to make sure. I'm just so used to, in other projects, listening for a physics body, but maybe this isn't even a physics body. This is... It's not a physics body. This is an area. So, I'm using the wrong signal. Silly, 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 silly. Back to the script. Oh, first disconnect. Disconnect. And I don't have any other rogue signals. Okay, good. Get out of here. And then we're listening for, not body, we're listening for, and again, I'm just gonna double check my work here. Win point, which win point? Why do I name it? Okay, this is the win point. Okay, I see what I meant here. Okay, and then the area is this. Okay, cool. And so I'm listening for an area collision. I'm listening for an area collision, and I will put that area collision in. You're gonna listen for it. You are an area. You're listening for an area to enter you. That is the correct signal. And this is player 2. Let me say P1. Sorry, not player. Yeah, player 1, not player 2. I don't know why it keeps going lower and lower. I just don't want to miss this, what you wrote before. But just test it really quick. You always test before you go off thinking it works. At least I do, because I'm not good enough to just be like, I got it. It works for sure. I know it does. I don't need to test it. Maybe that's the QA in me. Yep. Cool. You see that? We're good. Okay. And then we're gonna do the same thing for player 2. And then we'll do exactly score plus equals to 1 for player 1 and player 2, and then we'll also have a reset state, which will be relatively simple to implement. I say, maybe I'm gonna eat those words. Speaking of eating. Okay, cool. So yeah, both work. We see that. Player 1, upon entering, and then pressing B, player 2. Cool. Now we can hook up the score. I'm sorry if that was gross to listen to. Okay, so way up here, I'm gonna do var P1 underscore score. P1 underscore score. God, that's one thing I miss about, like, I mean, I guess nothing's stopping me from it, but like with C# is I miss camel case. For those that don't know, it's like so if I'm doing it in C#, which again, there's no reason I have to do it this way. It's just like working with other programmers for a living. They're like obviously really gung-ho about like doing it the proper way, and the proper way in C# is camel case, which would be P1 and then score, versus in Python, the proper way is P1 underscore score. Very small semantics, but like, I don't know why fucking programmers get butthurt about it. Everybody has their preference. I shouldn't be overly critical. And then this is just gonna be a integer. Oh. No, I'm thinking, and that's another thing, is sometimes you mix up your thinking of which programming language you're using, and then I guess it would just be is 0 to begin with, right? I should have a beginning score which is 0, not just saying it's an integer, and then it can just infer from there. 0, right? The good thing about being a solo dev is that exactly. No one else's opinion matters, and that is truly, like, I can't tell you how much of a relief it is to not like feel like, oh fuck, I know I can solve it like this, but I shouldn't write it that way because I know fucking about to use somebody's real name. Crocodile is gonna bitch about it. I don't think GDScript doesn't overlay and force. Yeah, it does not force you, but you have to read the documentation on what they suggest and have it. Yeah, I mean, again, they suggest, what is it called? It's like I forgot the exact terminology, but it's very similar to Python, which is like really effectively writing things, but that's more about the length of a particular line than the particular cases. Again, that's the benefit to Leaf's point of just doing it all by yourself. I'm just so used to, fuck, Crocodile's gonna look at this later, so I shouldn't write it like that because I know they don't like that. Do whatever improves your workflow. Exactly. Yeah. Again, I'm just so used to, at my day job, a person that is very experienced and very knowledgeable and a way better programmer than me, nitpicking what I write. So sometimes rightfully so. Other times I'm like, okay, does that really matter? Like, but yeah. Anyway, sorry. Thanks you for indulging me in that rant. So we have P1, P2 score, and then we'll just integrate on that. So take this print away, and then we'll say P1 score is plus equal to 1. And same thing here. We don't need to be super creative here. P2. Alright, I did name it the correct thing. Just gonna make sure that those match. Yes, they do. Okay. And then we'll just add a little display here. Now, how do I do a display again? It's not a text box, is it? My gut says rich text. And then my fucking corporate side is like, why don't you look at the documentation? I'm like, because I don't want to look at the documentation right now. I just want to figure it out. But I should probably look at the documentation. I'm just going to say this. And then we'll look at the documentation here, right? Text edit, inspector, doc, beauty of Godot. Multi-line, most Godot documentation is trash. Yeah, I'm not like, they could do a better job of it. And what's really weird, Leaf, is I don't know why the YouTubers for Godot are often way better at describing the stuff, in my opinion, than the Godot documentation itself. Because they're really smart people, obviously, working on an engine. An open source engine for so many years, but I don't know why the documentation often I'll read it and I'll get like a kind of an understanding, and then I'm like I look at a YouTube video and I'm like, oh no, I got it 100%, and it's like, well, why the fuck excuse me, like, why the fuck isn't it more clear with the actual people making this engine? That's weird to me. Once you understand how it works, it starts to kind of make sense. Exactly. Yeah, 100%. It just takes some getting used to. But I prefer this way more than Unity with its bloatware. Not both are fine, but I just the workflow is so much simpler in Godot in my experience. But even if you do like half of it, doesn't have yes, examples. Leaf, exactly. You hit it right on the head. Because I hate no matter what the documentation. I mean, just for example, really quick. So I also, for my day job, I do QA and programming, but I'm studying to become a penetration tester. And in it, whenever I'm writing out something, I always describe like, okay, run the console, blah blah blah. It's like this is what the command looks like. Here's an example. Like I have to put that in, and I don't know why Godot doesn't do that. Where it's like this is what it looks like. This is what this command looks like. This is what this functionality looks like. It seems relatively simple to do, but I don't know. Yeah, I cheated. I took a class on Godot 4. Leaf, I agree. Right. Yes. See, like, and sometimes I feel stupid because I'm like, is the documentation trash or am I just stupid? Like, I get that debate with myself all the time. Is this trash or am I just stupid? It's like a constant debate with myself. But anyway, where am I? Multi-line editor, blah, 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 blah. I don't think this is what I need. When you hold Alt and screw. Yeah, this is definitely not what I need. This is not it. I also found a few errors in the documentation and reported them. Kudos to you. I've always wanted to like contribute to open source in that way of like being like, hey, I think this is wrong. But truly, and no, maybe you have a bit more experience than me. I think you do from our previous discussions. Where I'm just like, maybe I'm just stupid. Like, maybe I just don't get this. And maybe it's right, and blah, blah, blah. And then I've had friends, particularly, and I'm just going to shout him out and put his link in here really quick. Because he deserves it. He deserves it. He's a super cool guy from England. I don't know if he's from England per se. I don't know if that's he's from the UK. But his name is Poach Nation, and he's a super cool guy. I put his itch.io in the chat. He's such a great guy, and he's been developing for a long time. And sometimes I'll be like, "Yo, I'm stuck on this. What the hell?" And he'll be like, "Oh no, that's stupid. I don't know why that's happening. Like that has to do with the code editor." Or that has to do with the engine. I don't know why the engine's doing that. I guess there's an error. They broke something. And I just default to, maybe this is probably my fault. A psychologist would probably have a fucking field day with that. But anyway. Why'd the music stop? Why'd the music stop? I had music. From those that don't know, what the hell? That's not it. I have a streaming playlist which consists of my favorite songs from Heartbound. If you like game development, I'm sure you know Pirate Software. Super cool guy, super great community. And I just grab my favorite songs from the Heartbound OST, and that's typically what I listen to whenever I'm working. So, just quick shout out to them. Alright, we're done with that. They're famous enough. They're okay. Door's fine. Fucking goblin. I say with love. I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. Just wait till you get multiplayer. Yeah, I did comment Tom a couple days ago. Yeah, and multiplayer is something I've always wanted to do. I hate that I did this. But I've always wanted to do multiplayer, but I've always been, like, my games aren't super, I'm like, let me get a solid solo game before I dive into multiplayer. But maybe that's me being a coward. But have you done a multiplayer game, Leaf? If so, please drop it in the chat. That'd be awesome to play. Working on one right now. That's awesome. Kudos, man. Kudos. Yeah, again, I don't currently have the bravery to work on it. I want to. I want to work on a multiplayer game. There's one game, as all of us know, as developers, like there's always a game that percolates in your head since you were a kid. And you're like, oh god, I wish people would make this game. And then, and then it's like, oh, I'm meant to make this game. I just need to get good. I took a snack break and I forgot what I was doing. What we're doing is the text, so that way we can display the score. And then we also need the reset of the scene, but first let's get the display going. I hate to do it, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna go into online documentation. I'm just gonna type in score to see if they have a template. Luckily they do. Alright. Main, call it user in, or first of all, this looks overly complicated. Why do we need a node? Oh, the main scene add a child control. Why do we need a control? Why would we need a control? That doesn't feel right to me. I think that's over. I haven't touched a multiplayer game. You work well. Are you old for shouting out a game in the 90s? Then I'm fucking ancient, dog. I'm fucking ancient, man. Okay. A control acts as an anchor for our text. Fine. And then a label. Should I read more of the documentation? Probably, but... Probably. Oh, wait, where the hell are we? Letter P? What? Okay, I have too many levels open. That's my problem. I don't need most of these. Flappy Bird thing, like, I haven't touched that in forever. Okay. Anyway. So we need, and I'm just gonna put it to level control. And luckily, it did it pretty well segmented. And then it's gonna be a horizontal bar. No, it's just gonna be, what did they have in the documentation? They have a label. So let's just use a label. And then we'll, please go back to the letter thing. Which letter thing? I have a couple different levels because those of you that don't know, the first time coming here, welcome. Is I've been messing around with the letter. I've been messing around with making a game for my kid for a while because they're a kid. Letters A through Z. Here it is. Letters A through Z. So because I've been messing around with it for a while, I've made so many different levels for my kid because, surprise, surprise, and this is the value of getting good playtesters, a lot of them suck, and not suck per se, like I think they're fun, but does it work for a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old? Are they it does it engage them enough where it's easy and fulfilling to interact with it. So yeah, I've had a couple different things, but here's the A to Z, and here with this is where I'm dragging in all of the letters. So each of these letters is a rigid body. They have a collision and a collision detection. So yeah, so that's that. Was there a particular reason you wanted to see it, Leaf? I'm more than happy to get into it. Just gonna place myself on mute. You can hear me, right? Okay, good. Place myself. Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to be able to. It's like a lot in one scene. So yeah. It's not. There's probably a more effective way to do it, but what I found is whenever you, and this is the experimentation with one of them here, the letter P. When you make it in Unity they call it a prefab. In Godot they call it a scene. When you make it a scene, it stops being flexible. And it stops being, it doesn't play well with the rest of the, if you want to drag it over to something, it doesn't necessarily play well. So I was like, fuck it, let's just put them all in one scene, A through Z. And then I can pull it and mess with it all I want, and then this is the perfect playground to, exactly, instantiating is exactly it. Instantiating is exactly it, yep. So that way, if I need to make any edits to any of the letters, I can do so, and it won't be an issue. I can just mess with it on here, and then when it spawns in the next scene, no issue. You can edit locally, yeah. I think we're on the same page, but yeah. And then, yeah, so... Excuse me. So, for the tug of war game, right now it's just quote-unquote hard-coded in there, but what we'll do is, or what I plan to do, is to create, I guess I could do it now. I'll just do it now for the sake of demonstration. God, I hate when all of these are open. It just feels so cluttered. First of all, you should be way up here. And I meant to add a shader to this. I tried to add a shader. Anyway, don't get distracted. What I was talking about is the spawn point. So what I plan to do is point. Is it point? It's called something. Not point. Not point. God, I forgot the name of it. I know it by logo. Is it marker? Position hinting for editing. Yeah, maybe it's marker. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I think I'm mixing up the 3D name with the 2D name. So what I'll do, let's put this marker, and then I'm gonna call this P1 spawn point, or let's be specific, letter spawn point. And then let's do the same thing. I'm just gonna Control D, rename this to 2, and then, oh, whoa, whoops, sorry, pressed the wrong button there. I meant to press W and drag that over here. And then what I'll do is, as you said, what I want to do, and I think I have this code. I don't know if I have it in this version or I have it in different. I've made so many demos for my kid, man. Like, I don't even remember the code I put this in. I should be more organized. That's what I'm learning. You should be in scenes. You're a shader. You should be in shaders. You're a script. You should be in scripts. So it's one of these scripts, but in the ready function, we'll prime them. We'll prime every single letter, and then we'll randomly pull one of the letters, and then that will act as the letter for the tug of war. And what I want to do is similar to, I don't know if I have a working demo since I've been messing with these so often. Let's see if this one works. Nope, instant error. Okay. I guess I can show it in the. I could just show it for the example, because then we can code it anyway. I don't know. I'm jumping all over the place, but let's get the score going. Let's get the score going one piece at a time. Sorry, I thought I heard something concerning from my neighbors, and it is not concerning, so that's good. Anyway, where are we? Sorry. We are going to utilize the spawn points, but we're going to utilize the spawn points later. What is this sprite? It says no description. What the hell is this sprite? Okay, you're the collision shape. Where's the sprite? Okay, I'm going to delete it because I don't know where it made no difference in the scene. I have no idea what that was. Okay. So we're back to not the shader. We'll touch on the shader later because it's such a actually a great opportunity to show you guys a resource if you haven't utilized it already. Kiddoshaders.com, super simple. And the one shader I really wanted to utilize for this game because I thought, like, it's a very simple look, but yeah, I'm half shocked that you didn't open the tug of war into its own project. Yeah, well, the reason being is because my kid keeps changing their mind of what they want. And what I'm thinking, because as I was like experimenting and no, you can maybe speak to this, is what I'm thinking is, because I've been experimenting with this for so long, and then she'll show interest in something, and then she'll drop it, and she'll show interest in something, and drop it. It kind of reminds me of, what is that game? Is it Wario World? Is it? Hold on. I should. Wario World? Am I wrong in that? Nope, that's Warrior. Wario. It is Wario World, right? Yeah, Wario World, where it's like a bunch of different games all together. So that way, hopefully, it'll engage her and WarioWare? Was it WarioWare or Wario World? Now you got me questioning. Oh. Well, this looks more right than what I originally. This doesn't look. Wario World does not. It's a platformer. Yeah. No, you were right. Leaf. It is Wario. Yeah, 3D platformer. It's absolutely not that. I should have known once I saw GameCube. But yeah, it's WarioWare that has all the mini games. So that way it's like, boom, here's a tug of war game, and then maybe if my kid shows in, because she did like the Flappy Bird game before, and then she just stopped giving a shit about it. Was gonna say, when you first opened the stream, I immediately thought, yeah. And that's and I'm happy that that triggered for you in the same way, because I'm hoping that'll be fun, you know, that she has, and our kids, hopefully. I don't know how old your kids are, if you have kids. I don't know you. I'm just happy you're here. But to be able to bounce from like game to game to game, but still work on the phonetic sounds of letters. So that way it's like constantly engaging. Because that's what I'm thinking is, yes, she's bored. And at first I got frustrated. As a developer, I got frustrated of like, why the fuck? Can't you just like what I made for you and then just stick with it? But maybe that's a challenge to be like, as a developer, to be like, you're engaged in this way, you're engaged in this way, you're engaged in this way, but you're still working the same neural pathways of this is what this letter sounds like. This is what this letter sounds like, and then hopefully putting them together eventually. But yeah, Wario World. This is a very much a Wario World level, 100%. And this was suggested by Enno. I don't remember Enno how we even got here. I know you're busy, so no worries if you missed this. But yeah, I don't even remember how we got here in the conversation. But he had suggested to use dogs for the tug of war game, and I was like, oh, that's perfect. And then this is where we're at. So cool. Label. Control. The control needs to be. Whoa. Is the control? Maybe. Hold on. Is the label? If I add another label under it, first of all, you shouldn't be a child of a label. You should be a child here, and then I could just place it over here. Yeah. Yeah. The placement is horrible, but I'm just gonna say test. Can't see shit. Why is that? Do I need to elect the font? Is that why? 2-player games on your phone with your kid. Yes! 2-player games on, yes, exactly. That's how, yeah. Because, thank you, Enno, for reminding me. Because, my kid, because I was, again, as I said before, I was getting so frustrated with my kid stop giving a shit about the game I just made them. Like, I would make a game, they'd play it, and be like, okay, cool. And I'm like, okay, cool, so I can build more levels based off of this, and then they stop giving a shit. And I'm like, well, damn it. So I had to make another one, and another one, and another one. And then, rather than reinventing the wheel, I got 2-player game on my phone, not to just, like, give to my kids so they can fuck off and, you know, rot their brain, but, like, so that way I can see, okay, what do you like to play, and what do you like to play together? Because she really gets a huge satisfaction of being like, I won, I beat you, and I'm like, yeah, that competitive spirit, I love it. But yeah, sorry, that was a whole tangent. We're at let's say this is P1 score, same thing, P2 score. Okay, and then I can't see it at fucking all, and I'm wondering if that's because it's too small? Nope, that's not the reason. Just can't see it. Why would that be? Why does that make perfect sense? It makes perfect sense because what I learned in boarding school is... What I learned in boarding school is... Oh, maybe it's the... No, this is on top of everything. Right? It's not behind anything, right? Am I wrong? Control? Ah, right. Yep. I was right. So, grass needs to be put back. So this is... First of all, this is going to be the shader. When we get there, we'll apply the shader. Should look up UFO 50. Yes, and no, yes. UFO 50 is such a cool project made by developers I like hugely admire. I mean, the guy that made Spelunk. So many different developers, but yeah, UFO 50. That's such a great suggestion. I wanted to. You know what? Actually, I'm just gonna put this on my, of course, Steam needs to update, because when doesn't Steam need to update? Is Smoshmouth? I'm guessing that's a reference to me ramblin', blamblin'. Oh, Dev, the Dev. UFO 50. Buy this later. But thank you for the reminder. Yeah, that's gonna be a great inspiration. And maybe, yeah, Splunk Dev, yeah. Is his name Moshmouth? I thought it was like King Yu or some shit like that. Some Asian sounding name. Anyway, maybe Moshmouth is one of the devs. Either way, UFO 50 is such a great suggestion. So many great devs worked on this. Like, it's just so cool. Like, from like I feel like the terminology is a developer's developer. Like, to be able to make so many different retro games like this is so cool. And they're all relatively simple, but of course they're like fully fleshed out. Derek Yu is Moshmouth. Oh, Derek Yu is Moshmouth. Gotcha. I don't that's so weird that I knew his actual name but not his like gamer Moshmouth. There we go. Yep. Right there. Yeah. But yeah, so cool. So cool. Especially as somebody that has a hard time finishing games, the fact that they made so many, obviously they're very accomplished devs, but like, it's so cool. I absolutely love it. And I can't wait to play it. I just love it from a artistic, like, oh my god, you made essentially a shout out to every game we've loved growing up, every game you played in an arcade growing up, if you're that old to have played in an arcade. Remember that? Remember, that was crazy cool. Do they still have arcades? Maybe they do. I don't know. This feels. I assume once phones came around, they were like, no more arcades. But maybe that's not true. First of all, you should be locked, because there's no reason I should move you. Where's the lock? No reason I should move that. No reason the shader should move. Everything else can move, but no reason those two should move. Arcades are rare, but they exist. Barcade. Yes, actually, yeah, Leaf. Yeah, exactly. I remember I went on a date, actually, and she took me to. After I took her out to dinner, she took me to a bar arcade thing, which it was cool. So yeah, thank you for triggering that memory. You can see how long it's been since I've been on a date. But yeah. Yeah, see them in bars, yeah. And yeah, and that's because she was like, oh yeah, like you're a nerd, right? And I was like, I don't, like this is our first date, so I don't know how to take that, but yeah, I'm a nerd. And then she was like, oh, perfect. And then she was like, let's just walk over. And we were in, I think, Philly at the time. I was in Philadelphia. And she took me to a barcade, which is cool inherently. So maybe arcades can't function on their own. Maybe they need the assistance of like, hey, you can get drunk here. You can have a drink or something here. Again, I had a good time, but again, Leaf, thank you for triggering that memory. Was it Leaf that triggered the memory? Arcades. Yes, Leaf did. Yeah. I see them most when I go to conventions. Oh, that's cool. I should go to more conventions and stuff. I really should. I should go to more conventions and socialize more. But yeah, that's cool. Because conventions always sound cool to me, and I want to go to DreamCon. That's the one convention I want to go to. But I haven't been to Comic-Con yet. What other cons are there? Why am I blanking? Expo, I know. Well, no, Expo's a fighting tournament. No, that's Evo. I'm sorry. Evo is a fighting tournament. But yeah. Oops. Okay, I can. I wonder if there's a hotkey for zooming. Anyway, let's just focus. GDQ. Oh yes, Leaf. Yes. That's also been one I've always wanted to go to, but I was always like, I'll go when I'm a better developer because I want to be able to like go and make friends, but also let me make sure I'm talking about the same convention and I'm not being an idiot right now. GDQ. Oh no, I'm not talking about the same one, unless this is not the one I went. It's pretty sweet. What speedrun? That sounds hella cool to go to. That sounds. Oh my god, dude, this sounds so cool. I'm near ATL, so I got to. Wow. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. went to with a stream group. That's awesome. That sounds awesome. And no, the fact that you're able to go so often is so cool. And Leaf, this just sounds so cool. I'm gonna go on a quick divergence here just to check this out. It's just so cool that there's a whole community around speed. Why the fuck? Sorry. I hate when websites use white as a background. I can't stand it. There's no reason. There's literally no reason to do it. Because then I feel obligated to change your coloring. Ah, God. Come on now. Let me do it. Let me do it. Let me target it. Being a butt. This is it, right? This is the color. Oh, this border color. Is it you? Oh, you're not gonna let me change it? Since when? You think you're special? Alright, fine. I normally change it because it's such a, I hate looking at it. There's no reason to have white backgrounds. It's painful to the eyes. I feel like we've moved past this as a culture. I've sadly never been to GDQ or... Oh, you use a plugin to change it. That makes more sense than what the fuck I'm doing. Honestly. Speedrun of Doom? Dude, I got it. Where is this? Where is this? About. No, I don't need rules. I don't need a job. Where the hell is this? Participating. I don't know. You know, I'm probably scrolling right past it. Let me just go on the home page. It's probably right there. But where? Where are you? National Woman? I don't... Where? Attendance guide on top. Yeah, I'm an idiot, aren't I? Attendance guide. Yep, right there. How to attend? You cannot register in person. That's fine. Age restriction. How do I sign up? Sign up. If you don't have one already, head to a profile. I'm not going to do all this right now. I just need to know where you're... Oh. So is it... It's like a traveling thing? Am I understanding that correctly? It's a new venue every 6 months. Yeah, okay. And that's fine. I just want to get like a vibe of where the hell they're at. Georgia, right? ATL. Wait, or am I mixing you guys up? No, Leaf's been, and Null has not been. And Null is near ATL. Yep, exactly. Leaf, what state are you located, if you don't mind disclosing that information? I'm just trying to... Pittsburgh, PA. Okay. That's far away from me. I don't know. I don't live there anymore. I used to live in Pennsylvania, so I was like, oh, that's near me. It's literally West Virginia. I'm not far from West Virginia. I'm in North Carolina, so I'm not crazy far. Either way, I need to write this down because I'm gonna forget. I'll be right back. There's lots of cons at ATL. Yeah, I mean, and Georgia isn't far from me either. So, God, I'm sorry. I just have to change this. And let me write this down first. I just hate white screens so much. GDQ speed run go. have that note to myself because I don't want to forget about this. Sometimes people will mention something really cool on stream, and then I forget about it, and I'm so mad at myself. So yeah, thank you. This sounds so cool. Man, and hold on, I gotta see the games that they play. Okay, participating, prizes, events, I guess it would be events. Oh, it was on the fucking home screen. Okay. Ding dong, here I am. Oh, no. Okay, I haven't heard of this game at all. Oh, this is a Twitch streamer. Whoops. Who does speedruns. Very cool. Okay. Crash Bandicoot, Kirby, Sonic, Castlevania. Dude, I can't express to you how happy you've made me. Like, this sounds like such a cool time, and I can't wait to go. I can't wait to go. Oh, man. I mean, obviously, this is February 6th. I mean, I can go on Valentine's Day. I'm not dating anyone. Oh, no, I have my kiddo that week. Never mind. But this sounds so cool. Yoshi's Island. And to speedrun, I love that there's a whole community. I highly recommend going with friends. Don't have friends, but I appreciate it. But yeah. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense to go with friends. Crazy thing, your high over parts where me and the others spend time. Where'd you spend the most time then? No. Where'd you spend the most time? Let me go back to this so I can actually read your comments. They had a setup room where you... Oh, that's so cool. Dude, that's so cool. I love... You know, there's a lot of things I hate about the world. There's a lot of things I hate about people. But the fact that nerds have such great community makes me so happy. There was an arcade. Yeah. Oh, of course there was an arcade. That's awesome. That's so cool. That's so cool. You know, I'll make friends. I'll make friends and go. You know, I say that, but then there's this. I made a friend at a philosophy group I go to. He invited me to a birthday party, so I'll go there. Yeah, I'll go there. And I'll invite him to the event because this sounds so cool. Yeah, and I love that you I was getting so excited and you were like, that's not even the half of it, brother. Like, I love that. That makes me so happy. It's just so cool that we, as a nerd, geeky culture, have so many different things that I've never even heard about. This is the first time I've ever heard about a speedrun competition con. Like, what? Really is easy to make friends there. Yeah, I'm sure, right? Like, ultimately, we're all nerds, right? Like, I'm going to an event tomorrow called Sexy Nerds. Okay. I gotta really be careful, because once I typed that, I was like, I'm gonna see something I don't want to see on Twitch. Let me put this on another screen. Went with 4 people, ended up spending more time with the... Oh, see, that's awesome. I love to hear that, man. I love that you bonded even better with people that you met there. That gives me hope as well. There we go. I'm going to this event tomorrow. And as this slide is going through, I'm like, I probably should have bought some cosplay type of thing. But yeah, I'm going to this. Is it considered a convention? I thought this was like a party. It is considered. Oh wait, did you know? Oh, did you know we have a convention, our own convention? Yeah. But yeah, I'm going here. Oh, I was hoping that it would show more information about. Oh. All right. Well, this is shitty. Their online advertisement is better. But yeah, this is the event, nerdy event. I'm going to Master Roshi. That's amazing. Look at that Master Roshi. I'm going to this event tomorrow. So hopefully, Leaf, I make friends there that I can bring to GDQ. What before? Yeah. Oh, dude, this is so cool. Games done quick. I love that, dude. I love that. You gave me a whole side quest I can go on now. Something on my bucket list I can put on. This may be a week before. Well, where is it? Where is this one in particular? Oh, maybe they're sold out. I have to sign up. All right, I'll do that later. I'm getting distracted. You got me overly hyped. It is dope. Oh, the sexy nerd thing. Yeah, the sexy nerd thing is dope. GDQ is dope. I'm super excited. I'm very, very excited about it. I would love to just honestly help at this event too. Like, it just sounds like such a cool thing. Like, I do community service in this place. This one is over at this. Oh yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh yeah, current events. Yeah. In March though. This one's in March. I wish it just said the location off the jump. Legends of Zelda? Oh, UFO 50! People are already speedrun. I guess why not, right? That community is gonna look for anything to speedrun. I think only GDQs are in person. Yeah. And I would only want to go in person, for sure. Because of the nerd energy. Like, I remember when, quick lore about me, when I was in college, or once I graduated college, I interned with a esports team. And I also helped start a esports team at my college. And when I was interning for an esports team, I went to Evo. And I saw Sonic there. That's the only one I can remember. Tweety. There was a couple different fighters, but Sonic and Tweety are the ones I remember. And just the energy of the event, the energy of that many nerds, like, made me so happy. Because it's like, I don't know, is there something special about being a nerd and being around nerds? There's something really special about that. It's just like, oh, these are my people. Like, I don't have to worry about, I don't know, appearing cool or whatever. Like, this is just, we can geek out. Frost Fatales is a side thing. Oh, it's a side thing. Gotcha. Okay, so that was, where was that? A side thing. Gotcha. Oh, live. Okay, yeah, you said. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, so that's a completely separate thing. So, either way, I'll sign up for it, and then they'll send me something when it's time. But yeah, thank you for the clarification. This is not an in-person event. This is for what charity? National Women's Law Center? Okay. Cool. I don't know what that's about, but cool. Felt like it was home. Yeah, and that's the feeling I got when I went to, and I'm sorry I'm going on so many different tangents here, but retouch grass. When I became single, I just really started invested in nerdy stuff that my partner would never want to go to. So I went to this anime rave thing, which I'm not like a big party type of person, but I love, it was just anime music and nerds. I don't know if this perfectly highlights it, but it's like a bunch of nerdy people. Like, one of my favorite moments is a crowd of, like, I don't know, 30 of us drunk singing Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. It was such a, like you said, it felt like home. Oh, okay. Let me take that down to, where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Where's me mouse? Oh well, I guess I'll see it in there. Let me sign up. I'm getting overly excited, but I'm gonna write that down as well. Yeah. But again, pro tip: if you are single, go to stuff, because sometimes your partner is not as nerdy as you are and would not want to go to the events that you think are super cool. So I'm grateful for that. A beautiful woman there put me on to One Piece, and I've been loving One Piece since. Like, I'm obsessed. So yeah, didn't know there was so many cons out there. Yeah, so many. And so many for us, for nerds. I didn't know that either. And We Touch Grass, this was something, again, I saw as this is disorienting. If you described the event, I would be like, no, I don't want to go to that. But oh, okay. Oh, right here. Schedules are now live. February 6th. Oh, February 6th, so. That's next week. And I don't even know where this is. Oh, wait, is this a... No, I think this is a not in-person thing. Pretty sure this is a not in-person thing. Anyway. And again, the music stopped. Why, music? Why have you done this to me? Why have you forsaken me? Alright. Let me get back on subject. Sorry about that, guys. But thank you so much for introducing me to that, because now I'm so excited to go to these events. So cool. Alright. In the summer. Okay, I'll go in the summer. Right, we're not in summer, we're in winter. Right? Once you stop going to school, like, seasons largely lose their meaning. I feel like that was the only reason I cared about seasons. I mean, I have a kid and they care about seasons, but yeah. Anyway. Where are we? Again, thank you for bearing with me with that. This is gonna be our score UI. Are these the same size? They should be the same size because I literally duplicated them. Alright. Oops. Score. And then let me just see how they had recommended. I did write this down, right? Yes, I did. Okay, so we're good there. Again, thank you for the recommendation. And Kiddo shaders. There's one particular shader that I do plan to apply for the game if I can. It's a canvas item. Canvas item is 2D. Spatial is 3D. And then where is it? There was like a retro type of filter. Not filter, shader. Same thing. Filter and shader is like the same thing. Just a visual effect imparted on each pixel. I don't know where I got this from. Was it this one? I don't know. That doesn't look right. Because of this, it looks again that and now that you guys said UFO 50 and WarioWare, it gives me like I kind of want to give this all like a retro feel to it, to all the games, so, like you got it from like an addict or something like that. So I would love for the shader to kind of like echo that theme. And I could have sworn I saw one that was like really good for this. I just don't remember. No, I said Canvas, did I not? Canvas. I guess most liked. Yeah, I think this was it. And how is this applied? To affect the node applied is right. It is applied like a sprite. Only WarioWare like I've seen. Oh, Mind Wave? Let me check that out. Mind Wave. Ooh. Let me put this in the scene. You can see how fucking long my wish list is. Mind Wave. Oh, they have a demo. Well, you bet your ass I'm gonna download that. Put this in here, that's fine. Whoa. Hold on. Pause the music. This is, yeah, it's like WarioWare, but way trippier. Like, it feels dark. It looks like kind of like RPG. There's a narrative through line throughout it. Whoa. Whoa. It's WarioWare with a narrative, which is so cool. So cool. I already downloaded the demo. I will play that later. That's so cool. Thank you for the suggestion. Yeah, the game is a trip. May want to change render filter. I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that, but what I interpret is that the video looked weird. It's like a mix-up of WarioWare. Okay, now you're saying games I've never even heard of. Let me... First of all, wish list. Overwhelmingly positive. Good for them. Okay, I don't want to get too tight. Oh, cool. Cool. And again, overwhelmingly positive. People are doing well with this formula. I love that. If my wish list gets to 30, I have to stop. I have to stop and buy. I mean, you know, I may have bought a couple of these already. Oh, so most of them have not come out yet. That's why they're on my list. Never mind. It's a dev project that I was like, I'm going to support, and I can't wait for this to come out. And then most of them have not come out yet. Oh, maybe not most of them. Half of them have not come out yet. Bamboo Forest, I don't even... Alright, I'm getting sidetracked. Sorry, guys. It's an animator. Oh, it's an animator. Or they are an animator. Gotcha. My house sounds so quiet without music. So, I'm going to put this back on. It's eerily quiet without music. Right now. Oh, right. I wanted to apply this visual effect thing. I know I've bounced around like 10 different things, but I would like to get this visual thing, if it's gonna be easy. Can apply the shader in two ways. One is a sprite or a view. Okay. As an overlay filter to the affected node below it in the scene hierarchy. Alright, we're not going to do that. Add the shader to a color rect and check overlay parameter. That's how I know to apply shaders, is via color rect. So let's do that. And check the overlay parameter in the inspector. Let's do that. Now where is this overlay? Overlay, overlay, overlay. First of all, I should, to ensure I didn't screw anything up here, let me just restart this. Color rect. Put that on top of everything. This color rect is going to have a shader applied to it. A shader is a material, and it's going to be a new shader material, not a, oh no, sorry, it's going to be a canvas item because it's 2D. That's wrong, because I should be able to put in the, I'm confused. Did I just confuse myself? New shader material. But this is 3D, right? Am I confusing that? I've shadered before. Why am I blanking right now? Canvas item. Okay, so this can't be it because I need shader code. So it is shader material. Shader. Create. Where'd that script go? Is it already inside of here? Shockwave. Oh, right, from the Flappy Bird game, yeah. Alright, so I'll keep that there. Don't I have a thing for shaders? Yeah, you should be in shaders. You should be in the shader file. And then where is this one? 2-player tug of war. Tug of war. There we go. Okay, so there's the shader. And then let's just apply the shader. It did say something about the overlay, but we'll focus on that in a second. Let me read. As an overlay filter to apply on the nodes below in the scene hierarchy, which we do have that appropriately positioned, right? Yep, okay, good. Add the shader to a color rect, which we've done. Check the overlay parameter in the inspector. Overlay is the thing that I need to do now. Overlay, overlay, overlay. The way it was worded, it was like it would be one of these. Is it visibility overlay? No. Ordering? Everything I think it is not. Layout? No. Alright, well, I'm just gonna assume that that is an outdated comment based on Godot 3 and not Godot 4. Okay, we're not worried about Mac. Let's grab the shader code. Oh, whoops. Where's the error? Okay, I see the error. First of all, where the hell is... Oh, shader canvas. Okay, there it is. Godot shader, free shader library, license. Okay, important. If you're using the shader to affect a node in an overlay node, it is applied to overlay. Set overlay to false. Check in the inspector. But again, I don't think that that is a relevant parameter. I want to remember the shader language change a bit. Yeah. It did change a little bit. So that's where I think this error is coming from. But I'm just gonna read through the dev comments to see if I feel like this overlay thing is gonna bite me in the ass, but I don't see it. Here, hopefully, right? I know we were just talking shit on the Kiddo documentation, but let's see if they show a visual example. Overlay. Of course they don't. Why would they? Why would they? Who do I think I am? A reasonable person who wants reasonable things from their fucking documentation? Probably. Probably. Alright, anyway. Let's fix this error and then we'll go from there. And there it is. Okay. So screen texture has been removed in favor of using hint screen texture with a uniform. Do I have to apply the uniform? Is it... Okay, either way. We're replacing this variable with hint screen. Hint underscore screen. Did I name it wrong? Or it needs to be defined. Probably this needs to be defined. Let's see. With hint screen, with a uniform, to continue with minimal code changes, add... Oh, okay, it literally said what to do. I literally jumped the gun 1 second too early. The shader documentation directly inspired my comments on the Kiddo. Yeah. Sorry, it really tickled me. Yeah. That sounds exactly right. Alright, to continue with minimal code changes, add a uniform sampler to the screen texture. Okay. Is that the whole thing? And then infer hint. Okay, let's... Can I copy this error? That's one thing Unity has over Kiddo, is that you can copy the error, but it doesn't let you do it here. Because I know once I start typing... Oh, you know what? Let me just do it here then. So that way it doesn't fuck it up. Okay. So add a uniform... sampler... okay. Sampler 2D screen... Is that good, or... And then we need to add an extra thing. I'd have to do more reading on the Kiddo shaders. I've used one before, but I'm not a real game dev. If you make games, you're a game developer, right? Regardless of the quality, in my opinion. If you work on games at all, you're a game developer. You may not be a good one. Like, I wouldn't class myself as a good game developer, but you're a game developer. Anyway, the few actual games I've worked on, case in point of you being a game developer, were more 16-bit error physics, never use shaders on them. Yeah, I remember I did which one? I did one of these games. Maybe, was it this one? I think it was this game that I made. That I had done original playtesting for it, and I forgot who, but somebody was like, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna skip through the beginning narrative of my game. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just trying to get to the... There we go. Here we go. It was recommended to me to apply a shader to these to like smooth out the edges to kind of give it a feel. I don't know if I ever actually got the shader in there, but that was the feedback I received. And then this little bit of like three-dimensional movement was directly inspired, like three-dimensional stagnant movement was directly inspired by... what is that game? It was such a popular game. It was creepy. It was cool. Creepy woman game. That's scary, girl. No. 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 It's such a cool creative game. I'm so surprised I don't. Oh, I was like, what is that other sound? It's the game. It's the sound from the game. But yeah. Yeah, here. What could have me? Just for doing that little animation thing. I was like, oh, that's cool. And I was like, I did that. But yeah. A lot of my games are very basic graphics, but it was recommended to me to start to incorporate shaders to make games look better. I think it was Tom actually that was like, you know, my games don't even look that great, but shaders make them look amazing. So, shaders weren't really my thing until around 2001. I remember getting it. Yeah. Again, they weren't my thing either, really. It just became relevant when I got that feedback. Again, I don't know if I applied a shader to this game or not. Doesn't look like I did. I'll skip past a lot of this. Yeah, I don't think I did. Because this looks a little bit too stagnant. And there should also be some, like, flickering lights for these. But I think for whatever reason I couldn't get the flickering lights to work. Anyway. That's a game. I made it. Let's get out of here. Okay. If this is gonna take more than like a couple minutes to figure out, then I'm just not gonna do it right now. And the reason being is because we still gotta get the score going. Near the top. Okay, so that's a variable I need to change. I think at the top of the shader. So if it's that simple of a change, then I will proceed. If it's not, then I will not. It's a uniform sampler 2D. And then the other variable that is giving the error is screen texture. Change all. Is this exact match? Is that why it's giving me a hard time? Okay, alright, I'm not gonna worry about this right now. Oh yeah, used everything for a bit. I was trying to remake Super Mario Bros. Kiddo, very cool, and discovered that only modern way to panel swap in NES was using way too complex for how the NES did. Yeah, exactly. And there is that's something I think, and I've talked about it with other developers. Like there's such an admiration for how simple games used to be and how much they were able to do with so little, right? We need to apply a shader to replicate similar graphics, but that's not even how they were. Literally just operating in the visual constraints that they had, which gave it its own individual distinctive style, which is so cool. But we have to compensate in weird ways, like like shaders. And this shader is being a pain in the ass. It's not necessarily being a pain in the ass. I'm sure I can fix this, but I don't want to get too distracted. We've been having a lot of fun with a bunch of different conversations, and I just don't want to lose myself in another thing. So we'll go back to... I need to get this color rect out of my face so that way I don't get distracted by this. Get out of here. Get out of here, color rect. How do I minimize you? Oh. Okay. Alright. So, where were we? Score. We're working on the score. The color rect is here. Where are you? Score. Yep. Okay, so I think I just need to add a script here. Or would I just use the script here and reference this particular... I think that's what I'll do. Oops. I don't know if that code makes sense, but we'll see. Well, we don't need to replicate it if it's not going to make sense. Let's try it out. Try it out. Instant error. Expected end of statement found that instead. Why would you expect the end of statement there? I don't think that's the true error. Hold on. Give me a second. What? What's going on? Oh. I went over here. Oh, that's fair. What is it? 2-string or something like that? Oh, you know what? I shouldn't do this, stupid. I should do the variable that we're messing with is equal to, not plus equal to, is equal to the P1 score dot 2-string. Or is it? Oh, I think that's a function. So 2 underscore string, which is a function, and then we plug in the P1 score. Too many arguments. I'm confused. Expected 0? How does this work then? Again, Godot not using any fucking examples. Sorry. That's so annoying. String and then the variable. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Thank you. Sorry if that was too loud. str and then the variable. Okay, let's just make sure that that's right. Why does that make sense? It goes from score 0 to 0. The original thing is, okay, so it should be is equal to score plus again, you keep going to the other screen and I keep thinking this issue. Okay, well that's right but wrong. Right but wrong. Because it starts from 0 and then it should be plus. Where am I adding? Oh, I didn't add. Oh, that's my issue. Add first and then update the thing. Score plus equals 1. Is that not what I put? P1. Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. We're on the same page. Okay, cool. Good. Copy relatively the same thing. Well, I shouldn't. Yeah, I'm gonna copy the same thing. it is basically the same thing, except that we'll just use this line. Take the player 2 score here. Okay, save. A, score 1. B, 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 B. And my daughter's not gonna press that fast. I'm gonna press slowly. She's gonna press fast. I'm gonna press slowly. She's gonna press fast. I kind of want to give favor to player 2, but maybe I should just not press as fast. Let me also increase the pull strength. I think that's what I named it. So let's make this 15. Yeah, that feels better. That feels better. Oh, what? Why does it increase it once? Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so it does. Okay. We're good. I need to increase the grass, and I need to increase these because that looks weird. Yeah, that looks weird. Get out of here. Oops. And I need to increase the sprite for this a bit. It could be like a lot. It's not going to really matter. It's going to be off screen. That does look like it overlaps weird, so I will just make them even. Save. Okay. 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 And then we'll have a reset at the end of each score. How are we going to save the variable if we reset the scene? One thing at a time. Let's do one thing at a time. To reset the scene, we're going to, first of all, we're going to increase the score. Then we're going to, first of all, I'll just create a function for that. Since we're good here, I'm going to keep that just in case, because I might get that. And let me credit where credit is due. Leaf underscore episode. Place myself on a brief mute. Alright. And then to reset scene, which, I mean, every game developer says it, but there is such value, even if you fuck it up, even if you don't even pass it, there's so much value in doing game jams, because most of the code I've written is just a lesson I learned from a previous game that is just now like, oh yeah, that's how you do that. So first of all, let me write a function. And then I think ultimately what we'll do in the reset scene function will save the score is what I'm thinking. Because then we just need to add it to the next thing. But let me just test this out really quick. Yeah, because now it looks like nothing's happening. But we are adding the score, it's just that we immediately reset the scene as well. So we will have to add saving the score to follow up on the next scene. To do that, how do we save a score from one scene to another? I guess we would create a not a global, but this would be the score. Yeah, so we're adding to the score. That part's right, and then we just need to save it. How do we save the score? That's the question. How do we save an integer from one scene to another? Wonder if the documentation touches on this. Let's see. My initial thoughts, without doing any research, is that we would... I don't know. I'm not sure. My initial thought is that we would save it into another variable and then pass that variable to the following scene, but I don't... That sounds overly complicated, to be honest. Score and replay. Okay, so it has to touch on it some point. It's just touching on changing the font, which we'll do later. Plus equals 1. The score. Retrying this, okay. User interface code retry button. Okay, that's a retry button and hiding it when you don't need it. We don't need that. Adding music, we don't need that. Instantiating the scene, changing the position, updating the position, creating a timer, resetting the scene. Okay, no, none of this is what we need. Was there any other reference to score in the documentation? Let's try this one. And if not that one, then we'll just have to figure it out. I mean, we live in the age of AI. I just have yet to. I would just reset the dog's position. Oh, you're right. That's way easier. You're right. That's way easier. I'm overthinking it. That is a way easier solution, for sure. Let's just do that. Var player underscore position is equal to, and I have them all in one variable, which is super simple. Where are you? Let me go into the scene. Is it all in the rope? It's all in the win point. I think it's all in the win point. Right? If I move the win, yep, all in the win point. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. We don't need to reset the scene. You're right. You're 100% right. Good call and null. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Again, I was overthinking it. A tendency I receive at work all the time. This is far simpler of a solution. We'll just save the original position, which is, where are you? And then we can take out the reset scene. We don't need that. Don't need this. What? Line 10? Oh, no. Yeah, win point dot global dot position. No? Am I wrong? I guess even simpler is, where the fuck is it? Transform. And let me just make sure I'm right when I'm doing this. Oop, nope, not 3D. Not that. Quit doing things the hard way. Exactly. And again, that's a feedback I get all the time. Is like, you're overthinking this. You're making it too complicated. I'm like, I think there is this particular skill in seeing things more simply. This is not a native tendency of mine yet. But yeah. This is far more simple. And maybe that's the question I should be asking myself is, what is the simple solution? I have a bunch of notes on my computer, on my monitor, of things, not only from stream, but just like stuff that people have said of things to keep in mind. So yeah, that's definitely one of those things I'm going to keep in mind. Is like, how do I just make this simple? So cool. Thank you again for that suggestion. Where was I? Var start underscore position. Position is a vector 2 of bada bing, bada boom. And then once we score, where are you scoring? Once we score, we update the score, and then we reset position, which is, we say, right? Wait, where did I put this? Oh, because it's all bunched up. I hate when I do that. And then once we score, we say the win point, that global position, global position is equal to start position. Oop, get out of here. Why? Okay, well, let's just make sure that that does it. Yep. Okay, cool. Again, great call. And Null, I wish I had. Maybe I'll get that skill over time, but like you've pointed this out before. You've pointed stuff out before that it's like, oh, why didn't I just see the simple solution to this? Why is this sprite so ugly? That's a second question, but I'll focus on that later. But yeah, because literally we accomplished the same thing. The score updates and everything resets. We don't need to change the scene. It just carries over since we're doing the same thing anyway. And then if we want to change the letters per score, we can do so. We'll have a max score of 3. I think that's what I have. Yes! Between writing your own teen function or something to do much the same. Yeah, I mean, again, there's a value in it. But yeah, I don't know if you've gained it with experience, but like, I think there is a definite beauty to simplicity that sometimes I'm missing. And now I'm thinking of that in a deeper psychological sense of like, what else am I making more complicated in my life? What is the simple solution? I'll pose a question, no doubt. Yeah, I'll pose that question to myself tonight, because that is, I think maybe that's the second or third time in the stream. Again, thank you for being here, and no, that you've pointed out something that I'm like, oh, why the fuck didn't I? Yeah, that accomplishes the exact same thing. And I'm like, I just feel stupid. And I'm not like in a bad, like, put myself down way. It's like it feels like pulling on a door when it's supposed to be push. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, just do this. I was like, oh yeah, dummy. Anyway, where am I? What's my train of thought? We're updating the score. Oh yeah, we need to make a max score. I think it's the modern world. We like to make things more complex than they should be. Perhaps that's it. Yeah, perhaps I'm a victim of our culture, of making things more complicated. I'm really gonna reflect deeply on that. I don't know. I feel like there's something there into my own life that I have to be, right? That's one of the things in jiu-jitsu, or I'll just use jiu-jitsu because that's the only like practical application I have with it. Well, I guess weightlifting as well. When I notice like jiu-jitsu would uncover problems I have in my romantic life, or my like, one principle is rarely isolated. It is often an interconnected weave of like, you're making this mistake in other places. So I think I'm making my life more complex than it needs to be. So I'm gonna think more deeply on that. Again, thank you for that revelation. Alright, so max score is equal to 3. And then we'll add some logic here. If, can I do that within a function? If P1 score is equal to 3 or equal to max score. Then game over, and we'll write that function later. Again, music suddenly stops. Why? That does nothing for now. I guess we should test it. So print P11. Okay, cool. The rest of this is shader code stuff, but we'll focus on that later. We have that. So that's there. And then the sound effect is attached to the letter. Do I have that right? Yes, I do. Okay, cool. Because what I want to do is whenever we pull, we're gonna take the we're gonna take the P1 letter. And I don't have this attached to anything, right? Yeah, I made it flexible so that way we can plug in whatever node we need. Okay, so I'm gonna I'm gonna say P. I'm not sure if I can do it that way. Well, we'll try. We'll give it a shot. Don't know until you... Wait. Before I give it a shot, what is the simple solution to this? What is the simple solution to getting whatever... I think this is the simple solution. So that way I can grab whatever sound excuse me, so I can grab whatever sound is associated with the letter. Why do I have these as two different things? Am I using this in a different way? No, it's just name. And I guess I should just leave this as node. I mean, they are rigid bodies, but I think node works better. And then I'm gonna say P1, letter, and then dot. But then if it, because it's a blank thing, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to reference the children of a node that it doesn't know. I think that would I would need to, again, don't get over complicated. What is the simple? Let me state it clearly so you guys know what I'm thinking. I want to be able to, as I'm pressing the letter and my kid, our kids, a kid is touching whatever their letter is. They find it on the keyboard. They're pressing B. They hear buh, buh, buh. Maybe that would be annoying. Maybe you should only hear it at the end. Maybe that would be annoying to hear over and over and over again. Buh, 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 buh. Sound for whoever wins. Yeah, I think that is a better way to go about it. Is whoever wins, their letter is then said. Yeah, that is a better way to go about it. So let's go back to the script. That makes more sense. My hole. So yeah, that's the better way to go about it. Let me clear that out, and then I guess that would be a game over. Well, first you should hear the sound. So you should hear the sound here. So yeah, but how do I make it flexible so that way whatever letter we put in there is heard? And if you are both playing, the two sounds would overlap. Yeah, they would overlap. Yeah. Depending on if you use a different player for each, or the same. Yeah. I guess the simple solution would just be to create multiple levels of the tug of war game to be able to utilize the sound. I think that's the simpler solution to the point I think you're making, because you're saying, well, if hold on, it's not a boring example. If I'm pressing and my kid's pressing buh, and then we're both pressing at the same time, it's like you're not learning shit. You're just sounds. But if you maybe, and I think that's the point, whoever wins. I think I'm gonna make it whoever scores. So that way, buh, I think that's better. Whoever actually scores, and then they hear their thing, and then I'll add like a shader and make this look nice. Of course, it's just crappy basic stuff right now. But yeah, like you said, having the overlapping sounds, that's a bad idea. And then at the end, I'll have the sound play again as well. Wait, why did it max at 4? Does the max score 4? 5? Wait. I think I uncovered a bug by accident. So obviously my kid's gonna win more than me. I'm gonna press it, but my kid's gonna win more than me. And then, first of all, okay, yeah. So it doesn't look like player 2 can score until player 1 scores, which is stupid. And then their score cannot exceed. So I'm doing something in the logic that's doing that. Yeah, score, win. I'm not really sure who wins. I think in-game is. Yeah, the win condition is gonna be whoever gets to 3, because that's the model my kids used to. Is like winning 3 times, and then she's like, or getting to her line 3 times, and she's like, oh, I won. So yeah, but I need to adjust it because player 2 cannot score as of right now. Wait. Okay, wait. Where is this? But why is it conditional? Why is it based on... Because these look separate. Mario rules. Yeah. Hit a ball 3 times, you win. Exactly. Exactly. I think that's maybe, I don't know, Nintendo's been making games for kids for a long time, so I think that they just mastered that formula. But why can't player 2 score until player 1 scores? Why is that the case? Please do tell the issue, and no. Why would that be the case? Oh, duh. Thank you. Yeah, I'm 90% sure that was it. Because, of course, if it's referencing the same variable, I was just about to go through from beginning to end to make sure I didn't miss anything. But, you saw it. You saw it. Okay, cool. We're good. We're in good shape. Yep. Cool. I copied it over and just forgot to change that one variable. So good catch. Thank you for that. Cool. Where are we? I'm getting tired. What time is it? Almost 11 o'clock. That's why. Excuse me. I want to try to do this. Yeah, classic copy and paste issue. Exactly. I want to try to do this for 3 hours though, but I'm getting fucking tired. A 2-hour stream just feels so short. Maybe I have to switch gears. Maybe we'll do something else, so that way I don't get burnt out. Not that I'm burnt out per se. Like, this is fun. I do enjoy programming. I enjoy game development. Just I spent the day, you know, working, doing typical, you know, QA and service desk stuff, and then as well, I have the unfortunate opportunity that I'm able to learn on the job. So then, when I am learning, I'm doing, you know, I'm going over public exploits right now. So I'm scanning systems and trying to find public exploits that are on systems. I didn't put anything proprietary in here, right? No. Okay, cool. I should have put that on no screen. That could have been a big mistake. But anyway. Jesus, come on, Jay. Don't be tired. Yeah, don't be tired. Yeah, I should jump myself. Study. Still need to get ready for bed. I have to work tomorrow. Even if I don't punch the clock. No early meetings, gotcha. Well, again, Endnol, I really appreciate you being here. Leaf, I appreciate you being here. My lone voyeur, and I say that with love, who never says anything but is always here. I appreciate that. Whenever you have to go, you have to go. I am tired as well, so I think I will call it to be a short stream. But I'm just trying to switch gears to something that's less intensive. Because I feel my body being like, I want to sleep. And I'm like, no. Keep streaming. And Leaf, if you haven't followed, I'd greatly appreciate a follow. No obligation, you don't have to, but I appreciate it. But yeah. already forgetting what I wanted to do. Okay, I had wanted to make this simple, as far as from level to level, but I mean we have the scoring and I just need to implement the sound effect, which is fine. It is technically hard-coded, but we're going to replicate the same scene, so it's fine. As I said, it's a template scene, so we're good. We're going to update the score, and then once we update the score, we're also going to add a sound effect. Luckily, all of these are already pre-rigged, so let's just grab that audio and press play on there, and then we'll do the same thing for the letter here. And press, but then this, if I hard code it like that, then this script is only for this level. Cool, you streaming, I think it was Saturday. Today's Thursday? Is today Thursday? What's today? Yeah, Thursday. Saturday, I'm streaming, same time, 8 to 10, 11. So yeah. Whenever you can attend, Noel, again, I greatly appreciate it. Love having you here. Always so incredibly helpful. I'd love to see the things that you work on. No pressure, of course, but like just because you're so helpful to me, that I'm like, yo, this guy got it fucking going. I don't even know if you're a guy, but this person has it going on. I have to see, their workflow. No pressure again. Either way, I just appreciate you being here, and then whenever you got a Von Moose, I fully respect it. Thank you for just being here. I really appreciate it. Could I just say audio stream? Could I say this? Can I say P1 or player one letter dot audio stream? Am I able to reference? Hold on, let me. Audio stream. Am I able to reference it like that? Dot play. Does that work? Maybe that would work. It makes it way more flexible. I'd much rather do that. Let's see if that works. Nope. Dang it. Oh. Invalid access property to key audio when the object type is a rigid body. Fair. So what I'll say is get the letter dot, get child, and then the child that we're getting is, it says integer. Is it like within the index of like where it's supposed to list at? Where it's listed? Yeah, where it's listed. First, middle. Okay, gotcha. Okay. That's fine, because they're all structured the same. So it's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be 4. Get child 4 dot play. Does that work? Let's try. Nope. And you guys didn't even get to see that fail. Coding is a hobby for me beyond PowerShell scripting. I don't code for work. Day job is IT infrastructure admin. Right. I think we did talk about that before. My work tonight was upgrading storage arrays. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I mean, that sounds like it pays well. I know my admin is paid particularly well. I hope you are as well. But yeah, I code, or at least I assist with the code. There's a lead developer, and I largely shadow. And then if there's something wrong or something small, I'm able to work on it or work with the developer to fix it. So that's me. But otherwise, they're just like, you just do serve it, reset passwords, like see if this is actually an issue, make sure that their authenticator is up and things like that. So but yeah, and same, coding is largely a hobby for me. Like I do it for work, but not like I forced it on them, right? I was just like, hey, I can code, and they were like, okay, fine, I guess. Like, but yeah, I kind of forced it on them. But yeah, as of right now, it's a hobby. I mean, I'd love to do game development and hacking full time, but like as of right now, I just appreciate doing this and having you here, Endel, and the people like Leaf and others that are able to stop by. It's nice to have people. It's like, I don't know. It's like it reminds me of like when I did jiu-jitsu. Like everybody coming to the dojo, doing our wrestling, doing the work, and then hanging out afterwards. And this just feels like the hangout afterwards. And then like, if you've ever done jiu-jitsu or a sport or something like that, or particularly in jiu-jitsu, you'll like wrestle and then you'll like both be exhausted. You'll talk and be like, all right, you want to go for another round? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And that's what this feels like with having you guys here. So again, I really appreciate it. My largest Kiddo project I'm writing for someone else. Oh, interesting. And it's an IP. Oh, cool. I don't have the rights. So I not stream it in public space. Gotcha. I've shown it to some over Discord. Okay. Well, if the project is ever at a place to advertise it, please do. I mean, I hope that you get credit and whatever the arrangement is. I'm sure it's good for you, but I'd love to see what you're working on. Again, I know coding is a hobby, but maybe it's your years of experience with system admin. If it's years, that allows you to see things more simply. But it's such a powerful skill, and that's why I was like, I gotta see what Endel is working on, because you're able to see things so simply, so quickly. But whenever you can advertise it, if ever you're able to advertise it, you know, I'd just be happy to support it, because you've helped me out so much. If I'm able to help out in any way, shape, or form, I'd love to give back. You know what I'm saying? Alright, anyway. Cannot do play on base null. First of all, it's not null, but I understand because it's not. Maybe if I take it out of an export, right? Because I'm not gonna fuck with it in the inspector, so it doesn't necessarily need to be an export. But maybe these need to be on ready. I'm 90% sure that's what it is, so I'm just gonna do that. Oh no, on ready is here. I was about to put in a ready function, but I just need to at on ready for. That's what I need to do. Let's see. Let's see, I said. Let's see, I said. Oh. Error. Name on nil? Because it's... But it's on ready. It wouldn't... It's not null if it's... Oh, okay. Wait, when did I assign it? Okay, let me back up. Back it up. Back it up. Okay. Oh, you know what it is? Probably. When I had these both at export, I likely, let me see if that's true, I did assign it. So it's not something that wasn't there initially. And yes, and no, you are right. I will still need it to be on ready, but I was wondering why this was like wrong. These do not need to be export. I was just like, when do I assign the value for these then? Because obviously it's referencing it. Oops. Oof. I'm getting that feeling of like, are you editing code while tired? Don't you usually regret when you do that? I'm like, yes. Usually I do. Okay, I'm gonna write this little note for myself so I don't forget. Need to get once. You know about Control D? What's Control D? For duplicate? What's Control D? Oh! I did not know about that. I did not know about that. Huh. That's cool. And then can I change all of the instances at once? Oh, no, not exactly. But still. Oh, yes? Yes, I can? Okay. And then, hold on. This is not a good example. This is a good example. Wait, which one is a good example? Again, I'm doing things when I'm tired, and I know I shouldn't do that. I know in my heart of hearts I shouldn't do that. But... Okay. First of all, I'm gonna write a note for myself. Check out Control plus D when not tired. Can edit variables easy. And this is from Leaf episode. Yeah, you're goated for suggesting that. Is OP. Yeah. Every D press select another instance for selection. Oh, okay, gotcha. That's how that works. You can type all the. Oh, you know what? Because in code IDEs, in code editors, you're able to do that, and I just never knew how. I would always watch streamers and like my coworkers edit multiple variables at the same time, and maybe this was exactly the hotkey that they were using. So thank you so much for that. You're goated for that. I really appreciate it. That's such a okay. And then for the stream, I need to use @onReady to access. Might be alt click. Maybe? Let's give it a shot. Oh wait. First Control D, then alt click. There's something there. Oops, I did Control. There is something there. I'll have to. Yeah. Alt click is its own thing. I mean, it does allow you to select multiple lines, so I do think that you're like right to some degree with that. I have to look that up when I'm not tired, but I will do that. So I need to use onReady to access the letters at start of scene. Goal is to access audio once player scores. And I hate that it's extending like that, so this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, cool. Cool. So where we're at with the game is relatively simple. Oh, what? Oh, right. Because the game isn't working right now because I need to edit the variables. But what we did, I think I can just at least show it so there's a visual on screen. Of course, it's frozen right now. Is add the scores. The scores then update, and the scores update, and we are able to reset the level visually, again as per end null, to get the players re-engaged in the tug of war. So very exciting. And then we'll apply a shader and get the logic going properly so the sound works on the next stream. Good luck. I'm out. Should be around Saturday. Okay, great. And Noel, I will see you there. Leaf, hopefully I'll see you there on Saturday. I stream at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also follow me on Instagram because I post updates there in case anything is to ever happen. I think I have my Instagram linked. I don't know. Let me do this off screen. Okay. I'll put my Instagram in the chat. And Noel, I will see you on Saturday. Again, I post updates on my stream in case I ever have to, like today, I started a little late because I came back from the gym super tired. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for coming in. I am exhausted and I wish you guys the best of luck and I hope you have a good night. And if nobody's told you lately, you matter, you are valued beyond what you can offer in a commercial sense. And if you're having a hard time, just try to stick it out for one more day. I say that as somebody that has struggled with suicide for many years. Just try to stick it out for one more day. Have a great night. See you guys.